Hey, what's up guys? It's Online Money 24/7 and today we're going to be talking about the secret to making your money into more money. So this is something really important that all of you guys need to understand. This is an essential concept. So what is the secret? All right, what is this secret that I'm talking about to turn that money into more money? All right, the thing here today is you have to be investing, okay? You have to be taking your money, making it into more money, investing your time, energy into seeds to grow into greater things in the future, okay? So this is effectively when you put money into something that generates you more money. This is what investing is. That's what it is defined as, and there's lots of different ways to do that. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, different methods of investing, different things you guys can get started with to hopefully build your wealth, okay? So that's what you want to do. All right, so starting a business, that's the first one here. That is probably the easiest and best way to start out with building your wealth if you're starting from zero, okay? It's a lot of hard work, of course. You know, it's not a walk in the park. It's not super easy, but it's definitely the best thing to do, you know, if you don't really have any money to begin with, or very, you know, not a ton of money, under $1,000, okay? This is something you can do under $1,000, maybe even under $500, depends on what you're getting into, but it doesn't take a lot up front to actually get started with it. So a variety of different types of businesses you can start, okay? But for example, stuff I've talked about on the channel before, there's a Shopify store. I know a lot of you guys are interested in starting Shopify stores, all that kind of stuff. That's why I make Shopify videos on this channel. I have that whole Shopify playlist as well. So, you know, you can start a YouTube channel, a blog, or anything really. There's a whole lot of different types of businesses you could start. Those are just some of the most popular ones that I've talked about before on the channel. And then this, it also entails, you know, you're selling products or services, and this could, you know, go through Shopify, YouTube, blog, or any type of business that you're doing. At the core of it, you're selling some sort of product or service, okay, right? So you're investing your money into the systems, you know, say for example, if you're starting a Shopify store, you got to start and actually, you know, invest into Shopify, the $29 a month fee at the beginning to get your Shopify store started, right? So that's like a system there, or a course to learn and get started, something like my Shopify Mastery course. Both of those are in the description box below, but regardless of the shameless plug here, that's different ways that you can get started, you know, with the systems and the courses, because you're learning, you're taking the steps to understand the business model. And that's what I teach a lot about on this channel, at least with Shopify. That's what you're doing here with starting a business. You're learning at first, obviously, how to do it, investing in systems, courses, and all that kind of stuff to get started with the business so that you can generate a profit in the future. So this is something definitely a little bit more, you know, it takes a lot of time to get started, and you're not necessarily putting a ton of money up front, which is great for a lot of you guys who don't have a lot of money to start out with, and you're going to be generating a nice bit of income for yourself in the long term. So that's starting a business, that type of investment model. The next one we're going to be going into may need a little bit more money. It's the stock market, okay? So the stock market, you also don't really need a ton of money to get started with in this one. Maybe a little bit more than $1,000 to really see any kind of significant growth. Obviously, you want to get started as soon as you can with the stock market. Definitely recommend that. Really investing as a whole, you want to get started as soon as possible on the business, stock market, and in the next one, we're also going to be talking about, you know, another different method. But stocks, okay, the stock market, stocks allow you to invest money into publicly traded companies, all right? So something like Apple, Google, those kind of companies, right? Those are publicly traded companies, stocks. You can invest into them and make your money grow into more money. So how do you do this, right? Well, you create an account with a brokerage such as Robinhood. That's the one I use. I'm going to be giving you guys an example today as well. But you create an account with a brokerage, and that allows you to profit when a company is doing well, right? You buy stocks, you buy shares of a company like Google, Apple, any of those kind of companies. And, you know, you could invest in any publicly traded companies. Those are just a couple of examples. But you invest money into them, and then you make money as the shares of the company, as they're doing well, goes up. You are then profiting effectively the return on your asset that you're owning, the stock, okay? So, for example, I use Robinhood to invest in companies like PayPal and Facebook. So, say, for example, PayPal stock was $70, right? I buy one share of PayPal stock. Let's just make it really simple for you guys. One share of PayPal stock I buy 2 months ago, okay, right? Now, PayPal's up at least around $80, $82 now, which, you know, depending on the time when you're watching this video, it might be different from that, but that's just an example, all right? $70 to $82. So now I made $12 right there, 70 to 82. So, as I continue to hold PayPal, and just imagine if you own like thousands of shares, you're making that profit per each share. So if you have like $1,000, or not $1,000, 1,000 shares into PayPal, it's $70. You're also making $12. You're making $12,000 there if you had 1,000 shares in PayPal, and it goes from $70 to $82. So a little bit of math, but it's probably the easiest way to build wealth with the stock market, because you don't have to really have a ton of money invested. This is probably something that you do after you've already started some sort of business, or you already have some sort of income per month coming in that you can then funnel into the stock market. That's what I would recommend to you guys, is to take some of your Shopify profits and then put that into the stock market to build that long-term wealth. So the last method that we're going to be talking about is investing in physical assets. Okay, physical assets could represent any type of real estate. Now, when I mean real estate, that introduces a wide slew of different things, okay? Physical assets can mean a lot of things. So we're going to be going through a couple of examples for today, but, that could mean a house, okay? Some sort of house, apartment complex, any kind of real estate that you could think of, maybe even commercial properties, maybe some duplexes, triplexes, any type of house, any type of place that someone lives or resides in, that is, some sort of type of real estate. Now, along with real estate, there are also other types of physical assets that you guys may not have thought about right off the bat, but think about a laundromat, okay? Say, for example, you own an apartment complex, right? You own an apartment complex, and then you have a laundromat right there on the apartment complex. That's another way that you could bring in income. Now, I know this is a lot more advanced, definitely something you do when you have a lot more money, but it is cool to think about and conceptualize that investing is a really, really great way to build wealth and build more money with the money that you have, okay? So, investing in some sort of real estate, investing in some sort of small business like a laundromat, it's a very passive income type of method there, because you pretty much just set up the machines. You may have a maintenance guy that fixes stuff from time to time, but you're relatively hands-off business. Another thing I've seen on YouTube a bit is, any type of vending machine business. I've seen a couple people start that out, and they collect, payments from the vending machines. They just go to the store, fill up their vending machine with a bunch of sodas, and they place these in any kind of place that they have permission to. Obviously, they ask the owner if they don't own the place that they're putting the vending machine at. You could have an apartment complex and put the vending machine there too if you owned it. Same with the laundromat type of thing. You kind of double dip the chip there with different types of investing in physical assets. But with a soda machine, that's relatively low cost to get into. I mean, you could probably get a soda machine for like $1,000, maybe a little bit more than that. And then you put that somewhere, and you're generating passive income maybe once a week, once every month. You go in there, refill everything, depending on how much volume that your machine gets. And, some people start arcades, all these different types of coin-operated or cash-operated types of machines where you're generating a profit. That is something that you could do, where you collect those payments, fees for what you own. You're owning these physical assets, such as a house, apartment complex, laundromat, any of these kind of things, a soda machine. And this offers a bit more control in comparison to the others, because, with an online business, you have a lot of control. Obviously, with starting a business. But with stocks, maybe not as much direct control. It is a bit more passive, because you don't really have to manage it. With physical assets, you do have to manage it a lot more. Everything comes with pros and cons and different types of attributes that you have to consider when investing. But, something with physical assets, maybe a little bit more control, just depends on what you want to get into. So, guys, you need to be investing. That is the main purpose of this video here. No matter what it is, whether you're starting your business, Shopify store type of stuff like that, whether it's physical assets like I talked about here, or even the stock market. So, guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, what the heck are you doing? Hit that dang subscribe button. Hit the notification bell as well so you get notified for future videos, uploads, and all that good stuff. Leave a like, leave a comment down below if you have any questions, comments, concerns. But anyway, guys, that's all for today's video. So I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.